Okay, I'll do that, don't worry.
Okay. It's
Okay,
taking now.
I'll start just a few.
Yeah. Good morning.
Wait. I need to go a bit further. So you may need to edit, okay.
Yeah, good morning. This is Professor EULOGE NKOUNKOU'S, professor of university. I'm expert of United Nations, LURA QUAECHITA, international petroleum, minerals, and energy expert, a permanent expert of United Nations here in Geneva. We worked also for human rights as expert. We worked also for Amnesty International. We are in Geneva today. We are September 30, 2021. We came here to meet the community of Tamouls in Sri Lanka. As we said that to Antonio Guterres, the work will continue. We will push. We are not someone that will go to sit at New York and people are dying in Sri Lanka and we drink coffee and we make noise in General Assembly and finish. No, we go to meet people because we have to know the truth about what people face every day, and that we have honor to meet Mr. Turai Vasi.
Ravi Kumar. Ravi Kumar.
Okay.
Ravi Kumar.
Ravi Kumar. Okay. So we have an honor to meet you, and there is no journalist here because most journalists care about money in TV, in CNN, and but we care about people. Okay, we don't care about money, but we need money, yes, but we care about people and the human rights. That's our job. I think Antonio Guterres will see that. Good morning.
Good morning.
What brings you here in Geneva in the place of nations?
I'll give a small introduction. We are Tamouls, lived in the northeast part of the island of Sri Lanka for thousands of years. We have a historical track record. We lived in peace, but ever since British colonists gave independence to Sri Lanka, then it was called as Ceylon. Due to the improper decolonization of the island of Sri Lanka, they gave the parliamentary power in the hands of Sinhalese Buddhists. So the result is they started practicing discriminatory policies based on a clear genocidal agenda. Over the 72 years, they have been subjected to several legal and extrajudicial measures that brought us to the level of facing an existential threat in the island. So we almost over 1 million Tamils fled over to the countries worldwide because of the conflict.
Okay, most of Tamils are in British or in Geneva or...
The largest Tamil diaspora fled to Canada, second largest live in UK, then in Europe.
Okay, yes.
And 100,000 Tamils fled to India, Tamil Nadu, the near country.
Okay. How about the situation right now, the situation of human rights there?
Okay. Sri Lanka is not comparable to any other country. The cycles of violence, repeated cycles of violence going on for over 70 years. In many forms, massacres, over 156 well-recorded massacres, and pogroms against Tamils started from 56, again followed in 58, then in 77, 83. These are and Tamils were killed in mass numbers. Then, at the height of the war, in the last years of the war, in 2009, over 146,679 people were unaccounted for. So that is why we are here. And one more thing, Sri Lanka is the second largest enforced disappearance over the world, and second largest. And Sri Lanka is a highly militarized state, even though it is called a democratic country. This is the 9th highly militarized state in the world. I can show you some of the slots later on.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Come with us.
First of all, let's start here. This is the these are the mothers and fathers.
The mother.
Yeah, waiting for the flight of their loved ones. There are over, in our estimate, over 18,000 has been surrendered or detained the last phase of the war, and they are unaccounted for. And
So we see this is the mother claiming that their son are missing, right?
yes,
And also they feel husband, only woman.
and this one. The UN panel of experts
Yeah.
appointed by the Secretary General finally came out with the number 40,000, over 40,000 being killed. Then a panel of review that brought out the 70,000 being killed. And this is the figure I told you, this is the last of the war. In our estimate, it's over 150,000, they are records there. And
zoom பண்ணி எடுங்க.
due to state-sponsored colonization, Sinhalese were colonized by the state.
Okay.
This was the original land, traditional Tamil homeland in red color.
Yeah.
And this picture shows, these are the areas colonized by before the war. And these red ones in dark color are the rapid colonization going on now after the war. So the end of the war gave them a free hand to colonize the country. The end of the armed conflict gave the singular state to colonize rapidly. And this shows the change of demography. This was pre-war, and this is now. And this will be the picture for in the next decade. Right. This is the factual data about the Eastern Province was targeted first by the state.
Okay.
And if you look at it, in the Eastern Province, in 1827, only 250 Sinhalese were there. Now, how many times it increased? See, and if you look at this, Sinhalese were only 1% in 1827. Just before the independence, they were 8%. Now, over 23%. These are government statistics. And Tamils were the majority in the Eastern Province. Tamils 52% and the Muslim 39%. Tamils were now the minority in the Eastern Province in 2012 statistics. These are some of the pictures showing each district how the singular colonization spreaded. And these are the critical issues. And as a result of it, we lost our democratic representation, our share in the parliament. This blue color is Sinhalese representation, and the red color, it remains as it is, but blue color, that is Sinhalese representation, increased higher and higher because of the colonization. And this one, let's go on that side. Sri Lanka is not a country as comparable to any other country because it has a cyclic violence, that is repeated cycles of violence going on for decades, ever since ever since independence.
Yeah.
There are several programs conducted against Tamouls.
Yeah,
And
Tamouls.
over 150 massacres killing Tamouls. They are well recorded. These are some programs unleashed against Tamouls.
Yes.
56, 58, 77 and 83 are some of the programs unleashed against Tamouls. And this is the last phase of the war. As you know, in 2008, 2009,
Yeah.
the last phase of the war, killing many civilians and incarcerated behind the barbed wire. The heavy shelling, bombardment, Tamils were pushed towards a small strip of land declared by government as what is that? The Tamils were put to a tiny strip of land.
Yeah.
And they were bombarded and shelled, killing over thousands of people in the last phase of war. These are some of the pictures.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, and I'll show you these pictures. These are Tamils, mostly Hindus and Christians.
Yeah.
Their land were grabbed by several aspects. One is, as I said, state-sponsored land grab.
Yeah.
This is Buddhization. They build Buddhist structures, small or bigger,
Yeah.
in place of Tamils. In the place of Tamils, there are no Buddhist live.
Oh.
And if you can see this one, this is a Hindu temple,
Yeah.
and military built Buddhist structures inside the Hindu
Where
temple.
Tamil.
Hindu temple,
Oh, okay.
yeah. Right, and this is destroyed, demolished the Hindu temple. In
Okay.
this northern province.
Oh,
Right?
Okay.
There are so many things we can. This is again what we call proliferating Buddhist
Buddhist
structure.
structure. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And this is something interesting. See, within 30 kilometers, there are at least 4 Navy camps, 10 Buddhist structures, 2 army camps, 1 special task force. This was a factual information
Yeah.
in 2018.
Oh,
Right?
okay.
And what happens now is, in post-war,
Yeah.
China came into the picture. They were there. They were supporting Sri Lanka for independence.
China.
China.
Oh, yes, yes.
And after the war, they intensified their projects in the island of Sri Lanka, because island of Sri Lanka is strategically located in the Indian Ocean.
Yeah.
This picture and this picture, please see how important is Sri Lanka, because all of the ships, because now the expanding development in the Asian continent,
Yeah.
both raw materials and manufactured goods has to be transported through sea. So they are in the Sri Lanka is in the middle of the Indian Ocean.
Yes, I can see. Yes.
So it has to pass through this way.
So
So
they come
all the navigational.
to Myanmar, I can see Bangladesh, Thailand, Malaysia. Okay, I can see.
Right. And China is building massive projects, but they are almost failed projects. One of which is Hambantota Harbour.
Yeah.
I will show you the Hambantota. This one. Right. This is a failed project. They built a harbour.
Chinese intervention in Sri Lanka.
Yeah.
China own.
Yeah, have a look at it. Yeah. They've spent billions of dollars knowing it is going to fail. China funded, China gave loans. And eventually, because Sri Lanka couldn't pay back,
Yeah.
what happened? China
take the port.
took the port
In
for
Austin.
99 years lease. Not only the port, almost 15,000 acres were given to China for 99 years lease.
Wow.
It would eventually become a Chinese naval facility because it's a failed port.
Now I understand the situation.
Again showing why China is trying to make inroads in the island of Sri Lanka. It is strategically located.
Yeah.
See, this is the Malacca Strait. That is a choking point.
Okay.
So they have a choking point there. They have a choking point here.
Yeah.
So they will try to control Sri Lanka at any cost, right? And this is again a clear picture about China's Road and Belt Initiative,
Wow, China to rebuild the ancient Silk Road.
right? These are the information that we can.
But why China want to rebuild it? So why? To control Sri Lanka? Or
Not only Sri Lanka.
Or China want to control the region?
The entire, yes, both Africa,
Yeah.
Asia.
Yeah.
This is a traditional. I mean, thousands of years ago,
Yeah.
China had a Silk Road. The silk has been produced and transported to various parts of the world. So this is the original Silk Road. And now China is using or redesigning their Silk Road, ancient Silk Road, in such a way that they can dominate the world. They spend trillions of dollars here, trillions of dollars funded by the Chinese bank.
Yeah, 1 trillion. Yeah.
Billions of dollars on this side. So what happens is, like Hamandate, a trade port, they can control many small countries or impoverished countries
Yes.
by giving loan.
Yeah.
Eventually, they can take over the land. So part of which is Sri Lanka. For China, Sri Lanka is very important. See, you can see the trade or naval navigation routes. So Sri Lanka is highly placed in a strategic location.
Yeah.
They are aiming at Sri Lanka. So Sri Lanka is always aided and abetted by dictatorial countries. One of such is China.
Yeah.
They will control Sri Lanka, support the military government, support the autocratic government,
Yeah.
and because of the diplomatic help and financial help,
Yeah.
Sri Lanka is not listening to any other country, not giving any solution to the conflict.
Wow. That is very, very important to know.
This is something.
That is very, very important.
This is something. This is the strategy
Yeah.
played by Sri Lanka,
Sri Lanka.
and in partnership with China. So there is no way to end the conflict.
Yeah.
Give the country back to bring the country back to normalcy. This is the Hamandate Harbour. Again, it was built 10 years ago,
Yeah.
and it is not being utilized. And what happens is not only the harbour,
Yeah. Okay.
the Chinese investment, small investments are taking place in the north and east of traditional Tamouls of Sri Lanka. See the Chinese, this is a northern city.
Yeah.
They are using sweet cucumber. See this one? Right? And they are expanding. The government is expanding those projects. Seaweed, these are the key and very sensitive northern islands. They are much closer to India.
India. Oh,
So
yeah.
India is looking at these developments with very skepticism.
Okay.
Here, these are the plots going to be given to private owners.
Yeah.
They will be funded and by the sponsorship of the Chinese owners.
Okay.
So there are several projects like this going to be invested by Chinese owners. Right? It shows clearly. Yeah.
Yes.
Good.
And my question is, there is any conflict between India and China about the Sri Lanka?
Yes. Because India is traditionally having more influence as is a near neighboring country
Yes.
over Sri Lanka.
Yeah.
China is far away, thousands of miles away.
Yeah.
Because of the competing interest of China and India, India is naturally having a close eye
Yeah.
of all those developments.
Okay.
So, but Sri Lanka is not listening to the international community. They are more keen in obtaining loans, kickbacks.
Focus paying back loans
Yes.
to China.
Yeah, China is using the loan as a debt trap
Exactly.
to control Sri Lanka.
Okay.
It
Okay.
is bad for Tamouls.
Yeah.
It's bad for citizens. The entire island is now in economic stagnation. They are now facing a problem with DPM.
Do you have any solution that will help Tamouls? What solution than better solution than focus to pay back the loan to China? What's going to be good for Tamouls? Tell me.
Sri Lanka has indebted to over $80 billion for domestic and international loans.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
They have only their foreign exchange reserves shrink back to $2 billion now. They
Okay.
can't pay back. So the solution will be to find a political solution
Yes.
based on the legitimate aspirations of the Tamils.
Yeah.
Give their share of the power. Right? Right now it is a unitary state. Hold the powers in the center.
Yeah.
That's not going to work out. So the Tamils see as a nation, see themselves as a nation.
Yeah.
So they have a traditional homeland. It's under heavy land there. It has to be stopped. The traditional homeland has to be recognized. Their nation, Tamils as a nation has to be recognized. We are fighting for our right to self-determination. That has to be recognized. Based on this, a legitimate recognition of the legitimate aspirations of Tamils has to be incorporated into any forms of political solution. What will happen once it is the political solution succeeded? Tamils are very wealthy in the diaspora. They are several. They are scientists. They are economists. They are bankers. In various aspects of life, they are thriving. Even though they were kicked out of the country,
Yes.
they because of their suffering, they work hard. They spend a lot of time and resources on educating their children.
Yeah.
They are in many places. So what will happen is the expertise, the wealth can be invested in Sri Lanka, in the northern eastern part, so that part will thrive, live in peace. We want to live in peaceful coexistence in the northern east.
Okay. Okay. Thank you for. This is the project of China.
Yeah, this is some of the projects. Some of the projects.
Energy project, the coal power project, Coast City, Lotus Tower. Okay.
Yeah, this is the islands.
Yeah.
This is a sensitive island,
Yeah.
which is only 40 kilometers away from India.
India.
So when
okay.
China comes and occupies here, will India be silent?
No.
So creating conflict after conflict. Why? We can live in peace. Give us
Exactly.
our land.
Exactly. That's what United Nations should do.
Yeah.
To build peace, to prevent conflict.
Exactly.
From that, yeah.
This is where the
But the
international
United
community
Nations is
and
not
friends.
playing its role.
Yeah. This is where your role is involved.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. These are some of the projects early in 2006 signed by China and Sri Lanka. See, these are non-exhaustive list since 2006.
Okay.
I'll give you some more information. Yes, here. This is a project in the northwestern territory in PETROLEUM. This is much closer to India.
Yeah.
So India is naturally
Yes.
very sensitive about it. This is, this is an act, Prevention of Terrorism Act, introduced by in 1979.
Yeah.
Which is the cause of several disappearances See, these are the problems. Because of this,
Yeah,
torture, sexual violence, arbitrariness, unlawful detention, enforced disappearance, as I said, second largest. Removal of dead without judicial process. These are some of the journalists who were arrested or went
The journalists, yeah.
Yeah, some of the journalists.
Okay. So,
Many journalists were
in
killed.
your view, what caused the disappearance people?
Yeah, this
Sri
prevention
Lanka
of
do
terrorism.
that, or people, foreigner come to
No. This is the act enacted by the parliament, the Sri Lankan parliament.
Okay.
It's called Prevention of Terrorism Act.
Okay.
The worst ever. Because of this act, they can go and arrest anybody,
Okay.
detain for any number of days, and even the torture, using torture, they can extract any statement and torture and has been accepted in the court. See how?
Yeah. We will work on this because that is
and
very,
how
very
that-
important.
please.
Oh.
This lady, who was a journalist,
Yes.
worked in the last state of the war with the LTTs, and then they have a de facto state.
Yeah.
So she was one of the victims being arrested, and until this photo was until this photo was published, Sri Lanka maintained that they didn't arrest such a person. See?
Okay.
And this is what I said. We say in the last phase of war, over 18,000 detained. Are they alive? This is why we are here.
Yeah. That is a terrible.
Terrible thing.
That is terrible.
And I'll show you more information. This is Tamils are very peaceful citizens. They lived in peace, and after the independence, Tamils fought using only non-violent methods, right? Satyagraha, like Gandhi's methods, and during that time, they unleashed the police and military against the peaceful demonstrations. So this is a picture. This is a person who is powerful secretary, permanent secretary for defense and external affairs. He masterminded that he planned to push the Tamils against the wall, so that at one point in time, that is, this is a decade ago, he planned it. He pushed them further and further, unleashed the army and police against the Tamils to provoke them. So, at one point, some of the youth, he expected, he provoked and the youth to take up arms so that he can kill them. The Sri Lanka state can kill them. So, please read this. Because he's a person who masterminded by building several military camps even before the armed struggle. This is what his visionary statement. Right? And this is what happens now. This is the problem. They are spending money on defense. They are spending money on defense. Even after the end of the war in 2009, this is the end of the war. They kept increasing the defense budget. Why? Yeah? These are some of the factual information based on World Bank reports. Your help is required. Why they are spending
too much money in the defense system when they can put money
in development? Why they are borrowing money?
Exactly.
The Sri Lanka has no external or internal enemies. See, this is some of the pictures. Tamil and Sinhalese are the official languages. These structures built by China in the northern part of Sri Lanka has no official language, only Chinese and English.
Okay.
This is and Sri Lanka is in a deficit. See, this is something Sri Lanka, China's increasing exports to Sri Lanka.
Okay.
This is a significant increase. You know, this is the year end of the war. After the end of the war, China increased its exports. China increased its debts. Control Sri Lanka. There are so many things we can say.
Because the World Trade Organization is not working. It's not working. That's why China can control Sri Lanka and everything.
Yeah.
If the rules of World Trade Organization, the system is working, they can bring more balance.
Reasonable.
Balance. India, Sri Lanka, and China. But if there is no balance, there is just China power is a bit, the world system is not working.
This is in the first half of 6 months of the new president, who was the then defense secretary, who masterminded killing hundreds of thousands of Tamouls in the last war. His name is Gotabaya Rajapaksa. He's ruling the country as president now. He took over as president in 2019 November. His first 6 months for debt is 2.7 billion. He prioritized military. So he borrowed money, spent on military and unnecessary spending. What happened? Sri Lanka's government percentage of GDP increased to over 100%. And now Sri Lanka is indebted to 81.7 billion US dollars in 2020. Right? So very misplaced policies, misplaced strategies, unnecessary brutal killing. It's a big joke. We have factual information about torture camps. This is some of the camps suddenly raided by one of the UN representatives. This is in Tinkamalik, strategically located the city. There are torture camps located. This is one of the survivors' kids, right? So Sri Lanka's military is now to keep their presence. What happened after 12 years of end of the war? The military should have been reduced, development. But what they are doing, they are getting involved in civilian activities, farms, so that their presence will be kept on, keep going. Okay, can you show that picture, that Chinese, that
China coming from here?
Yes.
Like here.
So,
this is the Sri Lanka here. The Sri Lanka here, like with the port. That's the one. And now they're building every place for. That's the name.
I can see.
This is the failed Hambantota Harbour. Hambantota Harbour, and another airport built with the loan by China. Dysfunctional. Nobody travels there. No ships travel there. So it became it's a vital sea lane and the center point of Sri Lanka. This is where China is encircling India both ways. On the top with their road and the sea lanes. So China is eyeing Sri Lanka. They will go to any extent to keep the control. And because Sri Lanka's proximity to India, this is creating a conflict, much larger conflict. It will be in one point in time in future, it will burst. Yeah. Are we going to?
We need to solve that. I want to Myanmar myself
Right.
to give a speech there.
Right.
But, yeah, we have to solve.
This border, this is Myanmar,
Yeah.
this is Sri Lanka. So they are encircling here.
Yeah. I'm really to know the story myself, and then I can identify where the problem is. Thank you so much for your time. Know that people of Sri Lanka, people of Tamouls are not alone right now.
Thank you.
Okay?
Yeah.
If I leave, if I take time to come to visit you, to know more deeper about the conflict, what you can improve, because we need to work hand in hand to, to bring prosperity to people of Tamouls. We need security, prosperity, and also peace and security with the neighbor. But we have to solve also the problem of China and trade and everything. There is economic problem, interest there, so we have to solve. I think I will make my report.
We'll work together.
Yeah. And I'm really interested to continue to work to solve, to see this case. It seems that United Nations is not working right now.
Exactly.
Because
In our case, it's true.
that's why you are here.
Yeah.
Because you could be at home, you trust the United Nations, they know the situation, so they can. But you have to come by yourself to show it to United Nations.
We try to expose these atrocities in any available forum, including United Nations. It's not just the forum.
You are doing well.
Yeah. And what our policy is, live and let others live.
Yes, exactly.
But Sri Lankan state is not in that mindset at all. They want to change the state into a mono-ethnic, mono-religious, mono-lingual state.
Yeah.
That's not going to happen. We are not going to allow that. That is why we are fighting here and in our homeland. We are law-abiding citizens.
Yes.
We respect the laws of the countries.
Yes.
We respect the international law.
Exactly.
We want the international law to act now.
Exactly. So, it's really my honor to meet you. What your last word? Just see Antonio Guterres. Tell Antonio Guterres I meet Professor EULOGE ANICET is looking for you. And what your wish to in short minute? What your wish to Antonio Guterres?
Thank you. I met Professor
EULOGE ANICET
and we are very impressed with him. We wish the UN and the Secretary General to take action and apply the sanctions, apply the calibrated sanctions on Sri Lanka to come to terms with the reality. And we want a political solution based on the legitimate rights of the Tamouls. We want to recognize what's going on in the northeast of Sri Lanka against Tamouls is genocide. We want an international independent tribunal for criminal justice process. This is what we are requesting the international community, the UN, and particularly Secretary General. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. My pleasure, and we will continue to work together.
Sure.
We are not going to let you alone, but we will continue to work
Thank you very much.
Yeah,
Thank you,
to solve, to help people of Tamouls and Sri Lanka. Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you. I keep hope.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.